I know sometimes I think I hit the button and nothing happens.
Me too. Hi, everyone. Sorry, we're a little behind. I'm not sure what day it is here. Hey, Anita.
And then there was more light.
Yeah, right?
That's what I have to read these. I have to have more light.
Hey, Anita. Hey, Cornflower. Tonight, I think I will start reading Hooked on Murder by Becky Heckman. I'm assuming that's like a knitting one, crochet knitting.
It's I think it's the Crochet Mysteries.
Okay. How about you? What are you reading?
I will be working on the Primrose Path. Okay. And I want to say that Goo Gone works really well because my sticker is no longer there.
Nice.
I'm so happy. I'm like, I can't believe they put a sticker over the front of right in the middle of the cover.
They always do. It's like, why don't you put it on the back? Or like
on the back or like on the inside.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go. Or it doesn't mess up your cover.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanie. I don't know what I'm going to read today. I'm in 2 Nora Roberts books. One I'm listening to, which is Endings and Beginnings. And then I'm reading one, which is First Impressions.
Have you ever read this one?
Hidden Star. No, not yet.
No. I found an ebook on my library, so I was like, maybe I can get an ebook going too and try to fit in a Nora Roberts one. I don't know.
There you go.
It's just the first I think it's a trilogy. So.
That might be why I haven't read that one yet. Goo Gone is a lifesaver. Yes, it is.
It is.
And
first experimenting with it, so I was like, yay.
There you go. I was always afraid too that it would like ruin whatever I had in addition to getting it off.
I used like a little Q-tip and I just sprayed some because I got the spray kind.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, and like I just kind of sprayed a little bit on it and like tested it a little.
There you go. Yeah, I would think it would ruin it. That's why I'd be like, but it worked. That's good. Hey, Nancy. She's going to be reading All Fudged Up. Hey, Melmac. She's reading Restaurant Weeks or Murder by Libby Klein. Number 3 in Poppy McAllister. Have you read that one, Storm, that series?
I've only read the first one.
Okay.
That was the one. That's the one that me and Mr. Francie both weren't really all that fond of. The first one, we both gave it like 3 stars. So in March, for March Mystery Madness, we're going to hold each other's hands and read the second one together.
There you go. I just know it's like so loved by everybody. I haven't read
it. And that's why I hyped it up. And then I didn't like it quite as much as I thought I would, but I think it's had potential, so we'll see.
There you go. There you go. Got Lovable Reader. Hello. Lenny said, I'm starting with Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, then switching to a cozy, not sure which one yet. Okay. You have time.
Elle Kennedy, that's a romance
writer. I believe so, yes. Like I'm thinking of the cover in my head, so. Yeah. Hello, Bev. I'm going to start Cool World in the Needlecraft Mystery. Okay. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I feel like it's a Nora Roberts night for me, so. Oh, we got Cozy. She forgot about sprints today. Yeah, we were all over the place too, so you're not that late.
I go downstairs early, get prepared, get supper ready early, and I was working on my March Mystery Madness announcement, putting it up, and then I was looking at other people's announcements and all that stuff and just doing things, and I looked at the clock and I was like, oh crap. So I was like, Dad, go down and get us some burgers.
Yeah, well, that's me and Marcus too. We're like, what are we doing for dinner? Are we eating leftovers? Are we committing to just figuring something out? Are we ordering something? Like, he's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I'm like, this is the reason people get divorced is what do you want to do for dinner? Like, that's why. That's going to be why we get divorced. Will be over what do you want to have for dinner?
Yeah, so like I ate really quick, and I come up here and I was like, oh, I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. I was running around. My hair's all wet. I was trying to get it brushed out.
It happens. Like I said, I thought it was Thursday. The Cornflower, I read Cruel World recently and really enjoyed it. Nice. I'm going to be reading The Primrose Path. I'm on chapter 7 and almost caught up to you, Storm.
Yes, you have. I mentioned this on my Discord, and she's like, it sounds really funny, and she found it on Scribd, and that she's like, I'm going to work on that tonight. And then a little while ago, I'm already on chapter 4, and I'm like, well, goodness, you're going to catch up to me. I'm on 9.
Okay, so yeah, she is right behind you.
So I was like, I got to get going.
Nice. Yeah, April made me do a 5K with her, but she was nice enough to let me walk it this time since it was my first time getting back into it.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Yeah, she's not going to be as nice next time.
Yeah, I was going to say, eat it up while you can.
Yeah, she said it. And you know what? It wasn't bad like when I had like the infected toenail because it was like, all right, I'm going to try, but my foot hurts, my toe hurts. So she would like let me go a little bit, but she's like, you got that fixed now. Forget it. Like we're going to go. And I'm like, I don't want to. So, hey, Nicole. I was slow. It was slow at work today. That's why she was able to catch up.
Yeah, and I was also today, I would have been farther, but I was trying to listen to Kiss Cut by Karen Slaughter. It's a buddy read that me and my friend doing, and she kept saying, are you reading it? Have you started yet? Okay, I'm going to start.
Mm-hmm. You need somebody to push you every once in a while.
Yeah, so I just wanted to read these, and I have these other books that I have to read too, and it's like, I kind of just stop reading my romance right now. It's just...
I'm trying to stay focused in February because I did like a Game of Tomes, which is like a play on Game of Thrones last year. And it's kind of like the one we're doing where like you just did like an origin story and now the new real story is starting.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it was starting in March. So I'm like, all right, I have my readathon. I was getting ready for this one. I was like, okay, what sprints do we have this month? And then I was like, shit, March Mystery Madness too. I'm like, I've really got to like get it together. So I was like in a panic this morning. But
yeah, I was looking at your announcement for your deal, and I put on there that since you said you have to have a book with a mafia or whatever, is it okay if it's like their side character, or if they're just mentioned, or if they're ex-mafia?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because the Catering Hall series by Maria Del Rico, it's the one that's the other name for Ellen Byron, who did my Cajun Country series. Her Catering Hall series, the main character's father is ex-mobster.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I put that in there. All cozy people. I was like, because that's the only one that I can think of that might have mobster connections anyway.
The only other thing I thought of, but we already read it, was most of us didn't like it. Nancy liked it. I've already forgotten about it. They were shit.
Only one I can think of is the Tina Cashian.
That's exactly it. Yes, thank you, Tina Cashian, and they the next door neighbor.
Yeah, the next door neighbor, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. So Cozy wants to finish up her book before bed tonight. Local Food Mystery, #1 by Edith Maxwell. Nice. Oh no, the comments are going high. How far is a 5K? It's 3.1 miles. And April has it planned. Like we went to a certain park. She's like 6 times around the soccer field and 5 times around this and then 1 time around everything and we're good. I'm like, okay, whatever.
So she has already got it passed out.
Oh yeah, she has it down. And tomorrow the weather's supposed to be nicer, but she's doing a serious run tomorrow with her running friends. So she fit me in for today. I'm like, I appreciate it. Because, it's supposed to snow on Sunday, so I'd rather get it in now and, when it was nice. Yeah. I was like in a t-shirt. I'm like, all right, this is nice. We're not going to have this for long. Storm, Karen Slaughter would be brutal to listen to from what I've heard about her.
It is. And I think I might have got off easy with this audiobook because I feel like it's abridged because I looked at, and it says it's like 430 something pages or something like that, but it's like under 7 hours to listen to. And so I'm like, do I have an abridged version? Because I'm like, maybe they cut all the nasty out. Because my friend kept going, oh, it gets icky. It gets icky. And there is some icky stuff in it, but I feel like it's not quite as bad.
I forget which book I read by her, but yeah, she doesn't pull back.
Yeah, so yeah, it is hard to listen to sometimes. It's like,
true. Karen. Hi, Karen. I'm reading Through the Grinder by Cleo Coyle, #2. So you continued on with the series, so I'm guessing you liked it. Row close to 3 miles, yes. Bev, got to watch your new haul, Storm. Cozy, I'm just going for a bingo in the Goodfellas readathon. Me too. Thank you. Kebab Kitchen, that was the name of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Nicole, I'm reading Trouble with Books. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm not trying to overachieve on the Goodfellas. I'm just doing a bingo. I'm sure
I was looking at them and I'm like, hopefully some of the books I'm going to read will fit in here.
Yeah, I would, even for myself, like I don't plan ahead. Like I'm not cheating about it. Like I'm like, I actually already planned most of the prompts like last year. So me looking at them again with fresh eyes or whatever. And like I usually just randomly put them into the bingo board. The only one I like cheated, like I said, was I put the center one was like a murder because that could work.
The lifespan one gets me. I'm like, I don't know of a mystery that I can do a lifespan with. So I'm like,
Sometimes it's just like, oh, what am I gonna do? So, and I'm like trying to like double or triple up the books for each different category of things. So see how we get there. Hi, Susan. I'm listening to Premeditated Peppermint by Amanda Flower and Sea Sweat by Nora Roberts. Also started Death in Castle Dark and People cannot wait. Karen Through the Grinder is on my February TBR. Nice.
I looked for Death in Castle Dark. It's only on one of my library services, and it's like 18 weeks. Wait, for the audiobooks. I'm like,
that's like what, 5-6 months away?
Yeah, it's like really.
Yeah.
So I may not be getting to that one for a while.
Yeah, something last month, and it was like 36 plus weeks. It will be a long time. I was like, yeah, no, we'll just move on from that one.
Sometimes I can get lucky and maybe somebody pushes it back and it bumps me up and things like that.
I think that too. And I think some people are just like, maybe when it actually pops up, they're like, oh, I already found it somewhere else or whatever. And they're just.
Well, no, there's a lot of times I'll get like a library. I'll get like 2 or 3 from Overdrive and it's like, ah! So I'm like, push it back, push it back, push it back.
Yeah, that's what because it's like, okay, it's fair. Let the next person get their chance and I'm still next in line, which I like that they have that feature too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, just let the next person get it. I do wish they had some feature where you could like talk to the person before or after you.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, how fast are you going to read this? Like, is it a priority for you? Because I'll let you have it and then I can get it back, you know? Or like, can you hurry up? Are you reading something else? Can I jump in here? I'm going to finish it in one day, you know?
Yeah.
Please.
Or was it any good? Should I just get myself off here?
Right. That would be good. That would be good. I said, I'm thinking I'm going to listen to the Coffee House book for New York, New Jersey prompt. That's a good idea. I should not have just finished mine, and I could have done that. Damn, good idea too. Yeah. I'm not spoiling anything, but there is a part in the one I just read, the Coffee House Honey Roasted, where they describe like almost like underground part of New York, and I'm like wondering if that is like a real place or not.
Huh,
I have to like look it up later and see if it's a real thing. So, Anita said, "Don't say snow." I know they said snow, but then it's actually changed again to just supposed to be a cold rain, as opposed to a hot rain. I don't know, but
we didn't get as warm as we were supposed to get today. Like the sun didn't really come out at all. It was like cloudy, but it was still in the 50s, so it wasn't real bad. And then tomorrow's 34. Like tonight, the low is 19. It's like, really?
It'll be over with soon. Bev says it's been so nice in the 50s the last 2 days. To get snow this weekend is such a bummer. Yeah, to know it's like supposed to be 60 degrees tomorrow and get snow the next day. I'm like, no, please stop.
Yeah, and that's like how it is. It's like up and down, which is it's just annoying. I would just like be steady with the temperatures, please.
Yeah, I agree. Karen, I love the first book again. Looking forward to starting the second one. Nice. I hope I really enjoy that series, so I hope you do. Cozy, 74 degrees today, spending a lot of time outside. Nice. I hope you are enjoying it. So good to see you, Lee. It's so nice to see you too, Karen. I feel like, we used to talk all the time and now not so much every day now. I just checked the forecast. No snow. Let's keep it that way. Calling out Hannah for a blackout in your video because she does.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah.
She's ready for it. So go ahead. I'm going to call her out now when she doesn't do it. But you know what? She'll fall for it and she'll be like, "You're right. I'm going to do it." And she'll probably twice black out the board. Never using the same book twice either.
I want to see her find a lifespan book. Because I think that's probably the hardest one out of the whole thing.
Oddly, she's probably like, I had that one picked out first,
Yeah, probably.
What else we got? You want to sprint? What time you want to sprint at? First one. 20, 25, 30?
I don't care. Where?
Let's do it at 20. So maybe I'll just catch up on comments now. Hi, Tina. I'm reading Pretty Little Savage by Lucy Smoke, and I think I'm going to start something else. What else are you planning on starting? Let us know. That sounds nice, Ro. Just let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Oh no, my comments went all the way. Here we go. I've noticed with the holes, though, it will say 2 weeks, 12 weeks, then 2 weeks later, your holes. Exactly. That's why I feel like people just.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping. I'm like, maybe I'd like to read it next month, and I have an e-arc, so I could read it that way, but I wanted to do audiobook.
You get so spoiled sometimes with it. Like,
I know.
What do I want to do? I meant Trouble on the Books. That's what I thought, but I was like, there's a lot of library books out there. Maybe I was wrong. So hold. I know what you meant. Mel, next Thursday, it's supposed to be around 50 degrees and pouring rain. Putrid weather.
Yeah, we have a lot of rain coming.
Yeah. I take snow any day over that crud. Not a blizzard, of course, but snow in February over cold rain any day. As long as it's not like the piles that you have to shovel and then nobody can get a parking spot for the next, 3 weeks, I'm good with that.
And then they like pile all the snow like right there where you have to drive like to get in and out. And it's like, really? Why not like put it way back here where nobody cares?
Exactly. That's my point. I'm so glad a big truck came and parked on our street last night and like rode over the last pile we had out there. I'm like, thank you. Normally I would complain, but like, thank you. We need to get rid of
we have 2 days next week. It says they're going to be like in the 60s. This is really weird for February.
Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining, but it's really weird.
Listen, it has been a weird weather going around. So
it has.
Cozy, you should have said that to me and I would have waited. I didn't think about it. And now I kind of had to like finagle a book for that prompt. Oh, well, I don't even know which one I have for that one. I know I finagled a couple of them.
Like, surely you can just Google like books in New Jersey and find something you want.
Wait, what did I do for that?
Or New York or whatever.
Hold on. Now I gotta look. Oh, you know what I'm doing for that one? I'm doing Andrew McCarthy. He was like in the Brat Pack.
Oh, yeah.
The book's called like Brat, an 80s story by Andrew McCarthy. And it takes place half in Los Angeles and half in New York. So I'm like, nope, there you go. I got that one.
Cozy, we went over our time. She's a Cozy.
Sorry.
I don't know if we wanted to be her to be the timekeeper.
Absolutely. 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 What do you want to read? You please don't say you don't care. Just pick 50.
Sure. I was like, everybody does it to me whenever I ask.
I know, because it's just like, oh, I don't care, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody pick. All right, we're reading till 50. Then we'll get back to comments. Happy reading. Okay, we're back, and we have someone else joining us. Mr. Francie's here.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late.
It's all good. All good.
I was wondering. I was like, I could have sworn he told me he was going to be on here, and then I didn't see him.
That was the plan. Sorry.
It's all good. How did everyone do with their reading?
Good. I got a little distracted. I'm still trying to watch all the announcement videos for March Mystery Madness and commenting on them. I want to do that, so I was watching some of those. But I'm at page 70, so
Nice. I have 2 hours and 18 minutes left of this book, but yes, I did make the mistake of looking at BookTube, and now I'm like, I just don't understand how in one day I can be caught up, and then the next day I come back and there's like 5 rows of videos that I have to catch up on. I'm just like, I don't understand.
and it's like if you don't pay attention to somebody, they fall way down on your list, and then you forget about them because you never see them. They never pop up in your feeds. They never,
Right.
It's like, hey, whatever happened to such and such? Then you have to try to go inside to find them.
It's so true. The only thing I'll say though is I feel bad, but good that sometimes I can pass by because they were sprints that already happened for the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I can skip 2 videos and move on,
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't really need to watch a sprint right now. Let's just watch a regular video.
Yeah, it's like, nope, I'll just watch regular. Cozy did say Libby Klein series in New Jersey, and there are others in the New York. I just cannot speak right now. Libby Klein.
Yeah, I forgot. I was going to tell you that Libby Klein was in New Jersey because I remember that because I was like, oh, I don't know if you read that or not, but it's in New Jersey.
I did not.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yes, you are the timekeeper going forward, Cozy. Thank you. Cornflower Echo. She's talking to Cozy. Hi, Rhea. Good that you're here. What are you reading? Unless you've already said it below, and I will get to it. But you could tell me anyway if you didn't. Mel. Off the top of my head, series that take place in New York. Magical Bookshop by Amanda Flower, Coffee House, and Book Collector by Victoria Abbott. Okay.
Cool.
Wow, just looked on a website. A lot of cozies for New York. I will post a list. Perfect. Thank you so much. That was me. Always asking my husband what he wants to eat. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. What do you want? Shut up. Just make a decision.
You guys need to be okay. Monday, Tuesdays, it's your turn. Wednesday, Thursday, it's your turn.
I try to make like over the weekend. I'll be like, all right, let's make a meal plan, and I'll decide. But by Friday, we haven't we let it go. That's clearly our mistake. We have to figure something out.
Yeah, that's the mistake. I think a lot is like if you try to make a plan, but you don't stick to it, and it just falls by the wayside.
Yep. Where I think what I'm gonna wind up doing is having ramen noodle soup, and because we're out of bread, I'm gonna take Ritz crackers with a little piece of ham, a little piece of cheese, and that's gonna be what I have.
There you go.
Like adult Lunchables and some soup.
Yeah.
He's an adult. He can figure out his own dinner. So that's that. If I wasn't here, he'd find something to eat.
Okay.
Nicole says, I'm also listening to Death Awaits in the Dark. Is that the same book as you want to read? Or no, that's something else, right?
No, it's something else.
Okay. Cozy, 15% into Bewitching Blend by Kennedy Lane on audiobook and walked around my backyard. Just showing off your nice weather over there, huh?
Yeah.
I got 2 chapters done, some dinner conversations with my boyfriend. I feel like, Bev, though, your dinner conversations are over like these like Master Chef dinners. So, I mean, I feel like you're getting a good conversation in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tina, 29 pages. Hello, Mr. Francie. Melanie read 18 pages. More Mr. Francie.
Hi.
Susan read 1 chapter of Sea Swept. They are long chapters. You don't have to justify that, but I'm glad you're getting it done. Anita read 11 pages. I'm going to ignore the only part. No. 24 pages. I have 100 pages left. Hope to finish today. Don't know if I will, but if not, then early tomorrow. There you go. And more Mr.
Hi,
Fancy.
Mac. Hi, Susan G. Thank you.
Nice. So I have no idea what to talk about, so I'm just at a stop right now.
It's like, Mr. Francie, what are you reading?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I'm still reading Premeditated Peppermint. And yeah, we'll see how we go today if I get through it. But once that one's done, I'm going to get on to the novella, Criminally Coco.
I'm a fan.
what do you guys
I'm a
read?
fan of the novellas.
Yeah, me too.
They're hit or miss for me.
what's-
I wasn't a huge fan of the Criminally Coco, but
Okay.
I botched Butterscotch. I thought it was fun.
Okay.
And I think it's
Nice.
just because Criminally Coco is a different character. So
The cousin.
Oh,
And
It's
that's what I
different.
liked. That's what I liked.
Yeah.
I guess because I thought like my hesitation on reading those was like I don't want to read these like overly Amish religious stories. Maybe I wasn't, but like it's nothing like that, and like I kind of liked things from
no.
that perspective. So
Yeah, very much so. I thought the same thing. It would be overly Amish, but not at all. I was
Mhm.
very surprised.
yeah.
But there you go. So the novella follows a different character. We're not
Yes.
following Bailey.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wow. There you go.
Mr. Fancy
Uh,
question.
How are you
Um,
doing with your readathon? I have 5 prompts done. 5 prompts, Cozy. Well done.
Nice.
I think I've done 3. The last book that I read was for the Killing Time with Cozy's scavenger hunt pick, but this one that I'm currently reading will be my 4th one. But I should have a blackout by the end of the month, so that's my goal. But that is awesome. 5 prompts, Cozy. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I got totally paw-struck on audiobook today. I'm a little aggravated because it's got a different narrator than the previous ones.
I hate that.
And I'm like,
Oh.
man, but I was scouring the whole thing and I couldn't find a dadgum skull. I was wanting a skull so I could trade it out.
Draw one on the cover. You're like, see, here it is.
I swear it's like every book that I have, I'm the next one in the series, it doesn't have a skull on it.
Mm.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, if you find a skull on that cover, let me know because I looked and I didn't see
I
anything.
didn't see it. That's
Oh,
funny.
wow.
Marflower read 8 pages, got sidetracked with looking at bookmarkers. Nothing wrong with that. Mel caught up on comments.
What?
No.
So true.
Or running out of something to say. It's like, what?
That's it, you know. Am I doing Mr. Fancy's readathon this month? Yes, I'm doing Mr. Fancy and Stormy's readathons this month. So
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
trying to
nice.
go between the both.
Um,
And Fancy, how do you like the premeditated peppermint so far?
I am loving it. Obviously, I don't want to give away too much because it is book 3, but the events that have occurred so far have been really exciting for me and really challenging for the main character, which I'm enjoying.
Mhm.
So it's been a whole lot of fun.
I agree. Hey, Jamie. Gonna take a break and listen more to an audiobook of Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter. Is that a fantasy?
Wow.
I think so.
Okay.
It is, yeah. Let me know how you go.
That's to you, Mr. Francie. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Susan, I've got 3 prompts done in Mr. Francie's bingo board readathon. Nice.
Wow.
got
Guys are
one.
killing it.
Yeah, I have 1. I think with doubling up, I have 2. You know.
Yay! That's fantastic.
So, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Cozy, we have until March 5th to read Skull on the Cover book. I can help you, Storm. They are everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Deadly Inside Scoop, which, I mean, that's okay, but I was just wanting to find one of the series that I'm actually working on that has, like, the next one, but it's like, oh, well.
I think that's what trips me up. Like, I could read books to fit prompts, but I'm trying to stick within, like,
Mhm.
already in the TBR, like what's on my TBR
Yeah.
list already. Otherwise, I could I'm sure I could get it done, but
Yeah.
you know.
I think that's like, it's like one of the things that I kind of like about the March Mystery Madness like theme is like by twos. And so you can pick it however you want to take it. Like if you want to do 2 books from one series, or a series that's with 2 authors, a series that has, there's 2 letters that, it's doubles and things like that. So it makes it kind of easy for me with my SAS list of the new series that I'm wanting to start this year, because I'm like, I told myself if I start a new series, I have to read at least 2 books. So
There you go.
I can read, the new series, I can read 1 and 2 back to back, 1 and 2 back to back. And I can
I just saw that was the theme, and I'm like, oh no, I picked out a TBR at work, and like, how am I going to make this work now? I should have watched a video first.
Yeah.
So,
because I'm going to do this as like a buddy read. And I said, look, see, 2 O's, 2 L's. It's got double letters.
There you go. Well, I'm trying to figure it out now, and I'm like looking at like the Kathy Daly books, and I'm like, all right, there's Now and Then, that's 2 words. Santa Who, that's 2 words. I'm like, maybe
that word, that's it. And it's like if maybe there's 2 sleuths in your
that's true
cozy or something, and things like that. So I'm going to continue on with the Pendergast series because it's with 2 authors. So I asked Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads if she wanted to read the 3rd book with me, because she had mentioned that she wanted to, because I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with that because I've been wanting to. And that's the perfect time because it's got 2 authors. So
that's cool. Like you just saying that kind of made me think, if you did a buddy read, 2 people are reading it.
Yeah.
So you could play it that way. I'm always trying to find a way around. So that's I was just like,
well, and I think that was the plan this year. It's like, it's too stressful to have to worry about prompts a lot, and they just want people to have fun and to read mysteries. And you don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. If you can't find things, you just read mysteries and you're in. But that's just, it's kind of fun to. Can you find a book with 22 chapters?
Yeah.
Maybe a book lands on 222 pages.
Yeah, it does allow you to get creative with it and figure it out. So that's a good part of it. But that's what I like about your Storm. You don't have any prompts. I like that it's just read within this broad section and like go for it.
Yeah, and some people were like, "Are you sure you don't want to make prompts?" And I'm like, "Well, it's my first time doing it. I would like to just kind of see how it goes." And it seems like it's popular enough that maybe I'll do it next year again. And maybe if somebody can help me with some prompts, I might pick a few prompts out. But basically, it'll always be just, you don't have to do the prompts, just read these. But if you want, because some people like structure, and I understand that. So it's like, if you want to, you can do the prompts, but you don't have to do the prompts.
Right.
Yeah.
Mel, I think this is to you, Mr. Francie. The Amish Candy Shop novellas feature Charlotte, Bailey's Amish cousin, but Bailey's in them. And in one, Jethro becomes a TV star. Yes, he does.
Ooh, nice. I love Jethro.
Yeah, he's on Murder has a skull on the cover. Storm, are you caught up?
I've read that one too.
Oh, Hooked on Murder?
And no, I'm not caught up on the Gaslight series, and I will probably be reading a couple of those next month for read 2 cozy mysteries of the same one. That's what mine are all about. Pretty much, I think, going to be reading 2 of whatever series that I'm reading. So I figured I would read 2 Gaslights.
There you go. As I said, that's fun and like premeditated peppermint. 2 words and 2 P words. You can have fun with it. I was kind of thinking that too, because I was going to do the Holiday Bay series as well. And that's like boxes in the basement, letters in the library. Like it has the like BBLL. I was like, oh, maybe I'll play on that too.
Yeah, and that's like, I think even I think Elizabeth had mentioned something like that. If it's got double letters, and things.
Yeah.
This made, maybe the author is like an SS or something, or an LL, or
That's true. That's true. Nancy, I love that you don't have any prompts. That's why I'm doing it.
I know it's like there's this like there's people that don't like prompts and there's people that love prompts, and it's like, how do you balance it out?
But I feel like you did make a structure for it by putting like a time.
Yeah.
Times. I thought that worked because then.
Well, that's why I was like, if you want prompts, just here's your prompts. Read a book from the 80s, read a book from the 90s.
Yeah. That's it. Jessica, you snuck in here, so I'm going to say hi to you. But she said Jethro needs own spinoff series.
Yes.
Was your ears burning? Because I was just talking about it.
Yes, he does need his own spinoff, his own set of novellas. That's funny.
Jethro, the crime-solving pig.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, you know, a lot of people. There's plenty of books out there where, like, not plenty, but books where like an animal's the main character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you could do that. All right, you guys want to do like another sprint at 10?
Sure.
Yeah.
Nancy said it's nice to have one though without prompts, as it gives us a choice. Yeah, I agree. I like it because it was just like, all right, you could pick from these this year back and just.
You know, that's why I thought, you know, if I do it next year, I could make a few prompts and then but also just say, you know, hey, you don't have to do those prompts. You can just read these books, because that way it fits the structured people and the non-structured kind of people or whatever. Because I'm more in the like, no, I like it when I don't have prompts, because you know, you're wanting to read what's on your TBR, not have to go and try to find a specific book that it's not even on your radar to fit that prompt.
Right.
And that's what, like last year I would do that and I ended up not reading the books that I wanted to read. So I'm like, this year it's like, I'm only going to do it if I can make the books that I'm actually going to read fit into the readathon.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like your Malta readathon. I'm like, we'll have to go through it and see if I can.
Same thing for me. I'm like, okay, what can I make work for this? I'm like, and again, I'm like, oh, it's my own readathon and I didn't even like plan it out. You know, I'm just like, all right, well, whatever happens.
Yeah.
I kind of like that though, because it's still like a challenge for me as well. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cozy.
Yeah, she's hooking you up right now. And Susan said, I like prompts for the challenge, but no prompts is nice just to relax. I agree. I agree. I think you both, like, even Mr. Francis, I mean, yes, you have prompts, but I don't think that they're hard ones, especially for cozy mysteries. They're pretty easy to find.
Yeah, and I like really relaxed prompts too, you know, ones that you can just kind of, you know, like, you know, a pretty cover prompt. I mean, that can be anything because everybody's pretty is different.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to do for my first readathon. I wanted to make them as easy and as accessible as I possibly could, at least for the first one, so that we can have fun with it.
No,
there's some of the people that are hosting for March Mystery Madness. They're going to be like, one of them, he reads mostly brand new books because he gets a lot of books. Steve Donahue gets a lot of new books from authors and publishers and stuff. So his deal is he's just going to review mysteries from 2022.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. You can make it work.
Yeah.
And again, like you guys say, it's really just about reading and having fun. And
Janelle from Too Fond of Books is doing a Mary Reinhardt read along. And it's a book from 1922. So,
see, that's very creative. So that works out. Yeah. Anita said, I always take a broad perspective to the prompts. Yeah. I find myself, trying to stretch it as far as I can to make it work for whatever I need.
I feel that, you know, most hosts don't really hold you, you know, to the bar very high. It's like, you know, if you can make the book, they're not the book police. They're not going to like.
Exactly. Who's going back and going, well, I don't know. That doesn't fit it. You know, you're just happy somebody participated and they read some books. That's it. That's all that matters. Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing. Read mysteries that come out in 2022.
Yeah, because you get a lot of the e-arcs off of NetGalley. She gets the cozy mysteries. You can read a whole bunch of them.
And two, it's you don't just have March. You have January and February too. So she could have a lot of options on there.
She could have the 8 ones from April, and she could if she gets the early ones.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Especially if it's the arcs. You're right.
I already went and requested on NetGalley that new one for J.C. Eaton's, the Sophie Kimball, and I got accepted for it. So now I got it. So
And
Really?
what did you say to yourself that if you did that, you were gonna have to read them? So
Yep. And I'm like, oh, but it comes out in March, so I can read it in March, and that could be my 20 book in 2022.
mhm, there you go.
Ah,
Cozy said read 2 books from the same author, 2 books in the same series.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
mhm. Yeah.
I'm liking this. I'm liking the suggestions.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's a lot of easy ways to get to do the doubles. I think that's why I like it. And they're like, it's too stressful right now for people. Let's just be relaxed and, not have too many, so
No, I agree.
I like it.
Do you guys want to do a half an hour? Mr. Fancy, can you please make a decision and decide how long you would like us to sprint for?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for a half hour, maybe.
Half an hour. Perfect. Excellent. And I just see that Hannah got here, so I'm going to say hi to her.
Hi, Hannah.
And real quick, Anita says she has 21 books in her net gallery TBR. It's not a whole lot because some of them are romance.
If I counted my brand new ones from this year, I might be around 21. We don't want to count the backlog.
To do 2020, 22 books you have to read for that. There you go.
Yeah. I know. I was like, she needs one more, and she'd have 22 books.
Mhm, exactly. All right, so we are reading to 40. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Okay, how did everyone do?
Yeah, really good. 56% into premeditated peppermint, so happy about that.
Nice, nice.
So I read like 4 pages from this, and I finished Kiss Cut on audiobook that I had because I had like 45 minutes left, but I listened to it like really fast. So
I get it. I got an hour and 58 minutes left. So, moving on. Bev said, I'm behind, but I saw the MasterChef comment. I will tag you in the homemade mac and cheese. I should be having soon. My boyfriend said thank you for the MasterChef comparison. I mean, he is putting out so good. Yeah, like, oh my gosh. We got Tiffany. Hi. Everybody saying
Tiffany.
hi. We have Robin. So nice to see
Robin.
you. Gonna be cooking since I just got out of work. And since I saw Mr. Francie yesterday during the sprint, he'll be happy to know I did finish my book yesterday.
Yay! Oh, that's wonderful.
Nice. Cozy 70% into her ebook. Anita, I read about 10 pages. Jessica, I finished doing some grading for my students. Excellent, excellent. Hannah, I read 40 pages of Undercover Kitty at 75%. Anita, I was a little distracted with dinner. Yeah, I had to stop to make my lunch bowls real quick. Mel, 26 pages. People saying hi to Tiffany. I made an omelet. I was for Tiffany, I'm sure. And people just saying hi.
So Cozy did find me a book.
Right.
I didn't even think to look for the one. It's the next one in the series that Tiffany read the first book of and was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so shocked at the first book because it had all that stuff in it."
Okay.
The country club one. Yeah, Night Moves. It had stars in the sky that made a skull.
Oh, perfect. There you go. There was the one book where it was like the shadow of the skull, and it took me forever to like see it, even though everybody else saw it on there. I'm like,
well, that's like his glazed donut one or what? Glazed murder.
Yeah, was that glazed murder?
Yeah.
I was looking at it for so long. I never saw the skull until Cozy pointed it out to me.
And now that you know it's there, you can't unsee it. It's just there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. But before that, no, I'm like looking at every detail of the rest of the picture, and it's like so obvious when you see it.
Exactly. So funny.
Just read Tiffany's comment, didn't you?
Yes.
Got home during last sprint, just getting me and the dog settled. Have a bad headache. I just think I'm gonna get my jammies and hang with you and watch Gilmore Girls. That sounds like a very nice plan.
Yes.
Robin. Yes, I'm glad to finally move on. Yes, I know you were. I caught that at the end, and you were just like, "Please, can this be over?" Melanie read 12 pages, debating between 3 and 4 stars. Parts were good, but at the end, I was just tired. I try to take that into consideration too. Tiffany, I do not sound like that.
Okay, she sounds more like what would it be like? I just can't believe that was in a course.
She goes to an excited level I can't ever get.
She does. I watching her March Mystery Madness announcement. She just gets so excited.
I
can't. And I tried to be exciting in mine, but I'm just like, no matter how. I think it sounds cheesy when I try to get.
Me too. Me too. Because I'm either like, this is my normal voice, or I'm like, hi everyone, and it's just so fake because I can't do that.
But Tiffany, she just got that nice, normal, boisterous.
Exactly.
Kind of
yeah.
Very natural. Cozy. Now I'm seeing skulls everywhere to get hidden. Yeah. JV read 2 more chapters of Fire and Vengeance. Currently 16% in. Very nice.
Nice.
Mel, I hope your headache goes away soon. Tiffany, feel better. Yes, I do. We're laughing at your enthusiasm, not at your headache.
Yes.
Robin, yeah, I tend to rate based on vibes and how the book made me feel. How do you all determine your ratings? Do you tend to rate high or low? What do you guys think?
That's a good
I,
question.
mine's based more on enjoyment than like being critical about the book and stuff. So I mean, if I'm having fun with it, I'm gonna rate it higher than if I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get through this.
Mhm.
I don't care if it has meaning to it or if there's context or what. If I'm bored, I'm bored.
Yes. Yes. And that's going to come through. Yes, I rate on enjoyment. I try not to like you're just saying here, Robin. If you're tired, I try not to take that into consideration. I
Yeah.
try to recognize that was just me. But yeah, like how the book makes me feel enjoyment for sure.
I've gone
Well,
through
so-
different stages. So when I first started out, I rated on, does the book fit the brief? So does it stick to its blurb and does it fit the genre and all that, and plus my enjoyment level? And then I just got to a point where I'm like, yeah, no, nuts to that. How much did I enjoy it? That's what I'm going to rate it on.
Yeah.
But I will say, when are Goodreads going to finally allow us to do a 0.5? Sometimes a reader needs a half.
You're so right. You're so right.
yeah.
Because you're like, then you don't want to bump it up because you're like, it's definitely not the next star up, but it's just you need
Yeah.
the half. You need the half.
Yeah, but it's not
Exactly.
necessarily the next star down either. So it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and it's like when I read that nonfiction book or whatever last month, I gave it like 3.5 stars. It was kind of boring, but I
Mhm.
learned things and I did
Yeah.
find some things interesting. And I know that the author put a lot of his, time and effort into it. And you can tell that he knows his stuff. So it's like, you gotta give it, so I bumped it up to the 4 on Goodreads because I was like, he put a lot of effort into it, but
Yeah, as long as you're not hating it, I think you can do that extra. Jessica said, I'm so low energy, I could never match Tiffany's amazing energy level. Yeah, no, me either.
yeah.
Me either.
I've never been that way. Like
Yeah.
I'll be with my friends and they're like, oh, look over there, there's like llamas or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's just
And they even asked my mom, they're like, is she enjoying herself? Because I went on a road trip with them, and they're like, I don't know if she's enjoying herself. She doesn't, is she? They're like, oh, she's having a blast. Trust me. She's like really enjoying herself. That's just her.
yeah, you just don't get that excited. I get it. Cozy.
It depends.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it depends on the time of day. For me, I'm not a morning person, so when I first wake up, I'm all. But once the coffee kicks in, I'm go like, oh hi. So it really depends on the time.
That works for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think too, maybe if it's like a weekend or a weekday, did I just get out of work? Did work just start? That could all play a factor too.
It's like I just get
Yeah.
up in the morning. I'm still tired. I go to Denny's and Debbie's there, one of the waitresses there, and she's like, "Hi kids, how you doing?" I'm like, I'm still asleep. Okay.
I have a girl like this. As soon as you get into work, she's like, "Good morning." I'm like, "I've just been awake for an hour. Can you just please
Ask me in a couple more hours.
Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing good yet. Okay, it's still early. It's debatable. As he said, I rate based on my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Anita, I tend to rate high on books I review as long as I enjoy it.
Yeah, I tried like this year. I'm just going to, if I'm having fun with it and everything, and it's making me laugh, and I just, I feel good reading it, then I'm gonna give it 5 stars.
Yeah.
Because I was really, really rough with 5 stars because I was afraid everybody's gonna be like, oh, she just rates 5 stars or whatever. So I quit, and I got really kind of really picky about it. And now I'm like, I need to just, if it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks, if I'm liking it, I'm liking it.
That's right.
I thought I was very strict with 5 stars, and then last year I think I gave like 25 5 stars. And I'm like, no, wait, did I just have a really good year or was I being more lenient now?
Well, I had 18, I think, and stuff, and I thought that was really good for me compared to like other years. But that was last year. It was like halfway through the year, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go with
Right,
it.
which
So
one is
I
it?
had a few more than normal, I think, because of it.
Mhm.
But if a book deserves a 1 star, are we afraid to give it that 1 star, or do we?
Nope.
Yeah, do we bump it up or no?
No.
No, I had a 1 star last year.
Yeah, same.
I only had one. I don't give them out very often because normally I will DNF before I get to the 1
Me
star.
too.
Mhm.
Me too. And then I'm giving you the one. If I made it through, I'm giving you the 1 star because I'm mad that I finished it and didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Well, see, that's the
Exactly.
thing. I hate read that book last year, so
Right.
I mean, I finished it, but I hated it, so it got 1 star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Cornflower says, when will we know the March scavenger hunt prompts are? I believe March 19th was what was told to me earlier today.
Well, I think is it February 19th that we were going
Oh, February 19th. Yes, I'm sorry. February 19th for March. Yes, thank you.
And there's only going to be 1 prompt, I think, Cozy
Mhm.
said.
Yes, 1 prompt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
Because
going to ask
we're
about that.
shooting the skull back, the
They
one for
pushed
this
the
one.
skull back till the 5th, and also
Yeah.
because there's going to be the read along starts
Yeah.
in March. So just 1
That's
scavenger.
right. Yeah.
Tiffany, rate on enjoyment. I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
Mr. Francie to half stars.
Yes.
Cozy. I've even been doing a lot of 2-star ratings, which for me isn't okay. A lot of people would see 2 stars for me as bad, but unless I rated 1 star, I still liked it. Yeah, I think of a 2 stars, it's okay.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and nowadays it's like whenever I see somebody rate something, I have to think of who it is that's rating it. So, like, if I see something from Cozy and she's like gives it 2 stars, I'm like, well, she still thought it was okay, so it's not that bad. But
Mhm.
you know, for most people, that would be I didn't really like it that much, but for her, it's okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
JV, I tend to rate high. It takes me a lot to not like a book, to be honest. So most I give 5 stars. That's
There
good.
you go.
Melanie, yes, I hate having to bump a rating up or down. I agree with you. Hannah, if I'm tired, my energy is low.
Yep.
Okay. Cozy. I've noticed I enjoy what I read more in the evenings. Okay. That's an interesting observation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think the same thing for myself. I think it also is based on the book, like what the book's about too.
Yeah.
Hannah, I don't have Tiffany's energy though. No, it's a level not a lot of people can get to.
No, not a lot of people can. Like, if Tiffany reminds me of Debbie from Denny's, they've got the same level of energy, and I mean, and it's so funny because almost everybody at the table that I'm with are like 20 to 30 years older than me.
Yeah,
they're pretty old.
Yeah.
And she's like probably around my age. And she calls them kids.
she's
She's
like,
like,
hey,
my kids are here. My kids are here. And she gets so excited and stuff. And it's
that's awesome though that you do have somebody like
Yeah.
that, you know, because you could get the what do you want, you know, waitresses where it's like,
Mhm.
so at least you guys have a nice one. Nicole, I'm 17% into Trouble on the Books. Nice, nice. I loved your vlog, Lee. Your coworkers are fun. The taco outing had me laughing. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
A couple people
I
at
haven't
work.
either.
A couple people at work watched it and they're just like, they thought it was funny because they know who the coworkers are. They're like, oh wow, this is like hilarious. I'm like, and my sister actually watched it while we were walking. I think that's why she let me get away with walking because she was watching the video. So, and she laughed too. She thought it was funny. So.
Nice.
Cozy, Nicole, are you reading it? Sorry. How are you? Oh my God. Nicole, are you enjoying it? Only 1 scavenger hunt in March, yes. That was me with every value break. I was so mad when I finished the book. I wanted to throw my Kindle across the room.
Yes,
That's like the one book that I'm on the fence about because my friend really liked it and gave it like 4 stars. And she's like, you should try it. You should try it. And then everybody else I know are like, I hated this book. I hated this book. Because I'm like, oh, I'm torn.
It was marketed as a thriller, and it wasn't thrilling at all. Come on. I mean,
And so it didn't, and it's like the thing with her, it's real funny because she'll be like, "Oh yeah, you won't like this one," or "Oh yeah, you will. I think you might like this," or and I think she said during that one, she's like, "Well, it's not real thrilling, but at the same time, she's like, I find it interesting to read," and I was like, "Okay," but I'm thinking, listen to everybody else say it's not very thrilling. I'm like, I don't think I would like that one. So I had it on my holds on at the library for a little while, but then I took it off because I'm like, I just don't think
Right. You're like, I don't know.
she read Reckless Girls. That's the newest one from the one that did The Wife Upstairs,
Okay.
and stuff. And I go, okay. I said, I probably need to try a book from her that's not based on something that I love to see if I would like it. So she goes, well, I'm reading it. I said, okay, well, let me know. And I said, I have it on hold. Let me know if I need to take it off or keep it. And she's like, she read it. She goes, oh, take it off, take it off. She gave it 2 stars. She gave it 2
Oh,
stars.
I have that one on my TBR too.
So see, now I need your rating because I could see.
yes.
I was like, whoop, whoop. It came up on my hold. I was like, cancel.
I mean, I did like The Wife Upstairs, but again, I didn't read Jane Eyre, so that's what it's on, right? Jane Eyre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have no idea. So I'm like, I didn't have any reference of that.
Because I gave Wife Upstairs, taking out the Jane Eyre part, 3 stars. I didn't really find it that thrilling. As I just didn't like it. And so I was like I was like, you know how I felt about that one. So how am I going to feel? And she's like, oh, take it off. Take it off.
Now I'm like, uh-oh. We'll see. Anita said something has to get me mad at a book or something has to go wrong for me to give it a 1 star. Yeah, me too. It's not like, oh, it's okay. Like, I really don't like a book if I give it a 1.
Yeah.
It's more like I would have DNF'd, just I wound up finishing it.
Well, it's like the one that I read last year. My friend's like, I don't know why you just didn't DNF it, because we were buddy reading it. She's like, just DNF it. I was like, but this I don't know that. She's like, just DNF it.
You don't want to, but it's just like sometimes you have to just.
I just kept thinking it would get better and I wouldn't be as mad as I was, but it just didn't.
That's how it is for me. I just keep thinking, okay, it's going to get better. There'll be a reprieve at the end, and then there never is, and that gets me even more emotional. It's like, yes, okay, you're definitely a 1 star. It didn't even get better.
Yep. I hate that. Hannah says, I think it would be funny if the wheel lands on read a book with green on the cover.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Like St. Patrick's Day, we got the March thing going. Hannah, that would be fun. Tiffany, I told you my husband calls me Jack in the Box. I pop out of bed and I'm ready to have a great day. My husband doesn't always appreciate it. 6 a.m. Yeah.
I can see. I'd be like, oh.
I'd be like, really? Go ahead. Have your day. I'm excited to watch your vlog later. Oh, thank you. I'm excited to see what you guys think of it because honestly, I just had a bunch of clips and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I have no story to tell here. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. So,
Yay.
Yeah. So we'll see. Mel, I put my phone down to do something and just listening to the chat, I hear Lee say Melanie and I snap to attention because that's my name and I realize it's not me. I don't go by my name in the chat. Sorry. I get it though. Whenever anybody says Leanna, I'm kind of like, I do kind of look up for a minute, like, oh, wait, is it me? And then I'm like, oh, no, it's not.
Well, it's like when you're in a restaurant and it's kind of gloomy outside and somebody says it's, it looks awful stormy outside. What? Nobody say my name.
That's it. Mr. Francie, you don't often run into that situation, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. It's a good and a bad thing because if my name is used before something good that's happened, yay, we all know it's me. But if my name is used after something bad has happened, oh, we all know it's me.
You can't look over at anyone else and blame them, right?
Exactly.
So, hey, Sherry, glad you're here. What are you reading tonight? If you're reading anything tonight. Just saying hi. Cozy, do you guys consider a DNF as read on Goodreads? If I spent more than a few hours of my time, I consider it read because I did spend time reading it.
I think it depends on how long I was reading it. I mean, if I've read about half the book and DNF it, well, I spent a good chunk of time reading that, so I'm going to count it as read. But if I like DNF it after like 10 pages or something,
Yeah,
then
I don't even consider it. I read it or DNF'd
yeah,
it.
it's
I
just
just put
taken
it
off
off.
of Goodreads completely.
Yeah,
So.
me too. I just take it off and move on. If I
But I do have an exclusive DNF shelf, so that I put it in there,
Yep.
so it shows that it's DNF, but it's red.
yeah,
So-
same.
Yeah, completely agree. DNFs don't count. I delete them, and I put monthly stats on the screen for all of my monthly wraps, including the pages read. I never include the pages I read in a DNF, even if I've got like 200 pages in.
Yeah.
I don't add them
Okay,
because I DNF the book. Yeah,
got it.
I should.
That makes sense. Well, it makes. I mean, I get the point of like, yeah, we spent time reading it, but like, yeah, again, depending on.
I
how
think
far
if I've
down-
spent enough time in it that I can give a pretty good reason why I DNF'd it, I even
Yeah.
might say something on Goodreads about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this
Yeah.
is the reason why. That way, if somebody else is like me, then they can say, oh, well, I'm going to like not try that.
Very true.
That's a good
I
point.
agree. I agree. Melanie, it's the same for me when they say Mel. Hi. Yeah, I get it. Jessica, yes. If I do read a good chunk of the book, she counts it as read. Anita, if I DNF a book, I take it off of Goodreads.
So there's one for Mr. Francie, and he's like you.
Mhm. Tiffany, the wheel has been spot on each time of the year. It can really read a room. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Sherry, almost finished with Quidditch Through the Ages.
Nice.
Okay.
How are you enjoying it?
Yeah. Jessica, I don't rate a book I DNF, but I do count it as read.
Okay.
Melanie, Cozy, if I've read a good chunk of it, I will count it as read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not like rate it, but it still goes into my DNF exclusive shelf, and then I might say something about it, but I don't actually put a rating.
No, I agree. When you guys mention the character that shall not be named from the series that shall not be named, I always go,
Love it.
Oh, well, you're the Hannah that shall be named. There you go.
Yes.
Hannah Moore.
That's silly. Silly. Yeah, we have a girl at work that we call her like shall not be named. I don't even want to put her energy out there right now and say it, you know.
Yeah.
Sure. It's not 5-star, but I am enjoying it's fun, not 5 stars, but I am enjoying it. Okay.
I'm good.
No, not everything has to be a 5-star, still enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Cozy, come on, you have another question. She's been good with the questions today. I don't know.
Anybody know
if
what their
Rob-
next book is going to be that they're going to read?
Yeah. Let us know.
What's yours gonna be?
I don't know. I have this whole pile over
I
here.
know. You have your pile. I think I'm just with these two, the two Nora Roberts over here. I'm just trying to get through those.
I still have a couple that I can listen to, so probably going to be one of them. These two here got one with a sexy little cover, and then you got this one with a sexy little cover.
You got to pick the sexy covers there.
This one actually I'm really interested in because it's Tess Gerdeson. I don't know. I think I say that. Isn't she Jessica here? I think it's the Rosalian Isles author.
She would definitely know.
And
yeah, that's how she.
I think that's her, Tess, but she did Harlequin Intrigue before she got all famous.
Nice.
I have an audiobook for that one, and then I have for the other one. So I'm probably going to do an audio.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Tiffany asks, what's been your favorite read of the year so far?
Trying to look.
I'm trying to see what I read so far this year.
Assaulted Caramel.
Started it all. There you go.
You know, I have enjoyed. I gave 5 stars to two of my favorite, to the latest Gaslight series books that I like. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Ripped My Heart Out book because it was really good. And it really surprised me because I didn't really think I would like it that much.
Those are kind of the best ones, though, right? When you're not
Yeah.
expecting it.
Yeah.
I think mine so far this year has been Honey Roasted by Cleo Coyle.
Nice.
I do have attachment because I believe it was book like 19, so like I am invested a lot in these characters, so that could have something to
Yeah.
do with it. I thought it was just a good story too.
Yeah, it was like with the Gaslight series. Like I read 15 and 16, so I'm pretty invested in them. So I really, really did enjoy those. Those are, I think, probably the first books that I gave 5 stars to out of the series. It took a turn, and it was a good turn, and it's like finally. It's one of those finally moments.
You're like, yes. Cozy said I have like 5 ebooks I want to start next debating. And Hannah, I'm trying to finish 2 books tonight. I need to go to the library so I can return them. Cornflower. My next book is going to be Elsewhere by Dean Koontz. Nice. Cozy. Anyone have fun weekend plans or anyone into the Super Bowl?
No and no.
I was going to say, I don't think anyone right now is going to be like, yes, Super Bowl. I like the food that people serve at Super Bowl parties. That's about it.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that throws a party, and I don't know if I would go even if they did because I don't care for football. And
yeah, I don't. I just want to eat the food. I don't want to have anything to do with football. So.
And then yeah, I don't. There's the people. I mean, there are the people that will watch it for the commercials.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch a stupid football game for commercials.
What I laugh about that because like the rest of the year, aren't we all trying to avoid the commercials? And then like just for that one day, we want to watch them.
Yeah.
This is very American. I'm sorry, Mr. Francie.
No, that's okay. So why does everyone want to watch the commercials during Super Bowl? What's so special about them?
Because they spend a lot of money on like 30 seconds.
Because they know that's like the time that most people are going to be watching. So they try to make these big commercials that they pay a lot of money to get on there.
But the thing is you can look them up on the internet.
Yeah. You can literally on Sunday night go look up, YouTube Super Bowl commercials 2022 and you'll find them all.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't need to watch the game. I can just YouTube them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, that is the correct offer.
I thought it was. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Melanie, favorite cozy so far has been Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries. I do like that series. Terry Getterson is my favorite. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
Hannah, I'm reading during the Super Bowl. That's a great activity to have during the Super Bowl. And eat Super Bowl food. So
I've had 5 stars this year already. So
nice.
A good start.
I'm not that good yet. Cozy, we are getting takeout for our Valentine's Day dinner on Saturday and going to our families for a barbecue on Sunday. Very nice. I also didn't realize that this weekend was Super Bowl and Valentine's Day weekend. I'm like, oh, well,
I guess it is. Yeah, I never even really thought much about it. To me, Valentine's Day is Single Awareness Day, so I don't really pay that much attention to it.
Well, I was supposed to go out to dinner with somebody, just not realizing what day it was, and they're like, "We're booked," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was thinking, "Oh, Super Bowl Sunday," and then I called another place, and they're like, "We don't have anything until Tuesday," and I'm like, why Tuesday? And then I looked at Valentine's Day. So I was like, all right, let's just hang out next week. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. So very nice. Cozy's got some good plans going over there. Yes, Mr.
Yay!
No Packers, no Super Bowl for me. Yes, she is a football fan.
Yeah.
And now I might read Theater Nights or Murder next. I was going to read something else next, but I don't think I would get through it the last 2 so quickly.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was only going to read, I think, a couple of those, and she's speeding right through them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to get prepared for the interview on Sunday.
Oh, that's what you could do during the Super Bowl. There you go. I don't even know. That might not even be the right times. I have no idea what time the Super Bowl's on. Maybe 4:00.
Yeah, I think a lot of it starts like 6 o'clock. They have like the pregame stuff or something.
I have no idea.
All I know is when I used to work at McDonald's, it was the most boring night. It
Oh,
was so
nobody's ordering from there.
Yeah.
That's the time,
well,
yeah.
yeah, because the daytime, everybody like right before the Super Bowl, like they get slammed, and then everybody's getting all the nuggets and all the things and all this stuff. But then Super Bowl happens and nobody goes anywhere.
Mhm.
And so we were back there watching the game on, like the kids were watching the game on the TV because there's nothing to do.
Yeah, that's
Is the Super Bowl the final?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have AFL, Australian Football League, over here, and we have the same with the final. No one goes out. So it's a great time for me to go out for a walk because no one's there.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I thought. The place we originally picked to eat wasn't like a sports bar type of affiliated thing. So I'm like, oh, no one's going to be there. And then the Valentine's Day thing kicked in. I'm like, oh, that would be where you'd go. Anita cannot decide on a favorite. That's okay. You don't have to. Jessica
It's hard sometimes. Well, like I looked at all my 5 stars and I'm like, really? Which one? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll just go with this one.
There you go. There you go. Jessica said my favorite mystery thriller so far this year has been Final Girls by Riley Sager. I know I love that. I know it's a very hit or miss with people. Storm.
I DNF'd it.
I know people. It's a very yes or no. So I feel like the same thing was like with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Either you loved it or you hated it. So
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah.
I can see why people hated it.
And that's one that I should have DNF'd, but I kept going.
See? And that's a big one to keep going.
Yeah. But I had the audiobook, so it helped a little bit. I think if I wouldn't have had the audiobook and I couldn't have sped it up really fast.
I was listening to that fast too. I was like, okay, let's push it. Said, oh man, favorite so far: The Main Corpse by Diane Mott Davis, Threat on Arrival by Amanda Lee, and Murder is Binding by Lorna Barrett.
Yes. I want to get to Murder is. I even looked on Murder is Binding to see if I could find a dadgum skeleton or skull or whatever, because I was like, I want to read that book.
You were really trying for that one.
Yeah.
Mel said, I want to save books 5 and 6 for April because 6 is Easter and I heard 5 is explosive and 6 picks up immediately after. So I want to read those back to back. All right. So you put it on hold.
And then 7's coming out fairly soon, I think.
There you go.
Hannah would know.
Good. Anita, we are having a Super Bowl party at my brother's house, but it's probably only going to be family. Okay. Cozy, no one even needs commercials anymore. I stream everything.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I want to fast forward through them all the time. Nelson, my favorites so far have been book 1 in the Bibliophile and Coffee House series, book 3 in the Magical Bookshop, and books 1 through 3 in Poppy McAllister. Man, you guys are having great reading years so far. I wish I was doing that well.
I've done fairly well. I've only had, let's see, I had only had one 2.5 star. So that's the lowest rated one that I have. So I only have one.
My lowest rated one was Apple Cider Slaying.
Yeah, so you were the oddball out.
No, I was not feeling good during that time, and I do think that had something to do with it.
It probably did.
Talking about before with Robin about your mood affecting it, I think that was it. Because I'm like, what is everybody talking about? This is nothing special.
Makes me
But
sad.
then,
I'm so
that's what I
looking
was
forward
when
to
I was
one.
reading Class Reunions or Murder. It's like, I thought it was supposed to be funny.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
You just
No,
want to do
that's- yeah.
another one at 20?
Sure.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Figure we'll catch up. Jessica, I'm doing reading sprints during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be watching.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
It'll be like everybody's sports is going to go to the TV and all the readers are going to go onto the internet.
Exactly.
My family is not sports. We're just never were sports. My dad doesn't watch sports. So my brother doesn't watch sports. We're not sports people.
I just never watched. My family was like a baseball family, so not really.
I do have a few family members that like on Thanksgiving and stuff, we end up watching sports because some of my cousins like to watch it. And I'm like, oh, this is so boring. Where's my book?
Mhm. Exactly. And I think Jessica's doing sprints. Yes, she was right. Yep, I think at 5. Oh, sorry. Mel, we're having company tomorrow for Valentine's dinner. I decided the peach melbas for dessert. They're impressive but easy. Little work, high reward. I will try to post pics on Discord. Yes, please do
Yeah.
that. I would love to see them. Cozy, I'm making potato salad for Sunday. That's all I care about.
We don't do anything for like Valentine's Day around here. So
My
I
mom
even
still
forget it happens sometimes. Oh, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you guys can still do it to make something nice for yourselves.
It's just not a day that I even think much about. So
Well, apparently I didn't either. I was just like,
Dad stopped giving me candy and bears and things.
yeah. My mom still does give all 3 of us candy, so I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So,
My
Super
Dad's
Bowl
like,
here.
you don't need candy. I'm like, who says?
Right? Yeah, I still do. I need candy all the time.
You're never too old for candy.
No,
No.
and I think he would agree when he wants his snacks that he's not too
Yes.
old for his snacks. So
Exactly.
treat whatever it is. There's says Super Bowl starts at 5:17 Central Time. Okay. Cozy. I only make it a few times a year. All right, so then it's like
So that's
special
like a treat.
occasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Hannah, yeah, we were super dead at work at 3 on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, I think Marcus said that he ordered over 1,000 wings for Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow.
'Cause that's
Wow.
what people will order like pizza and wings.
We make our potato salad by going to the store and buying it in the little thing.
And I love going to the grocery store when there's a big football game. It's a ghost town and I can leisurely shop. Yes, that's absolutely true.
Like I'll probably we might get some brats or something, some potato salad, and that'll probably be our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There we are.
There you go. You got a plan already. Cornflower. My favorite book so far this year is The Ark by Boyd Morrison.
I've never heard of that.
Me either. I'm wondering, is that like the Ark as in Noah's Ark or something else? Or related to, maybe?
Or is that a thriller, the art?
Could be. Oh, could be. Hannah, my favorite so far is a salted caramel.
Woo, Hannah!
Nice. Yeah, Melmac 5 and 6 are my favorites. Oh, and Mr. Francie, we have a halftime show at Super Bowl with a big music performance lots of people enjoy. Yes, that's a...
And
That's the funny
I
thing.
like
I'm
the-
more than aware of the halftime show because
was
everyone
gonna
talks
say.
about
that's the part that gets on the news.
Yeah.
What stupid thing happened during the halftime
wardrobe malfunctions or whatever's going on over there.
Exactly.
That's what you hear about, right?
Yes.
Cozy, again, if I cared about the artist, I can watch online later. Yes, that's true. I don't even know.
Usually
who
they
it
have
is.
somebody that I don't even know that's
Yeah.
picked for the halftime shows.
I have no idea who they are, who it is this year. So, Mel, I'm really looking forward to those, Hannah. My curiosity is piqued. Sharon, hey everyone! I just got home. Happy to be here. Happy you are here. What are you reading tonight, Sharon? Hannah, I guessed when I finished 5. Uh-oh. We'll leave her in suspense. Sherry, no school on Monday, so with the 3-day weekend, I want to get a ton of reading done. Yes.
Yes.
Saying hi. Hannah, I dated a guy who would only go out when there wasn't a football game. It was really annoying. Like, can't you miss one game? Yeah, when they're fans, they're fans. I told my husband, you bought me 6 months of Kindle Unlimited for Valentine's Day. He said, wow, I'm nice. There you go. There you go. I kind of did the same thing with Marcus for Christmas, and I'm just like, this is what I'm buying from you for me for Christmas. He's like, whatever, sure. Well, one of my favorite things about Valentine's are the Russell Stover strawberry cream filled chocolate hearts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I do like the chocolates. I don't bother doing anything special for Super Bowl. You should have your boyfriend make you a special Super Bowl dinner.
Yeah.
We're taking advantage of this.
Tell him you want a bread bowl shaped like a football.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I never care who to watch the Super Bowl unless my team is in it, and they haven't been in it since 1993. All right.
Oh.
That's
Who
it.
is your team? The Lions, the Detroit Lions.
This year's halftime show looks good. Who is it, Hannah? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Best comment ever. Cozy, you guys are so funny. I know we're about to start sprinting. I'll be starting It Takes Two to Mango by Carrie Doyle. Excellent.
Ooh.
Excellent.
I would be curious to know what you think of that. I know that was the one, I believe, that Tiffany DNF.
I was
Yeah.
thinking I've heard the name.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to sprint to? Because I'm probably wrapping it up between 9:30. I do have wrestling again tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
of course.
that's
So
my
since you have wrestling, you're in control. When do you want to stop this?
well, I mean, I don't want to like push like, all right, it's 9, click, of course not.
Goodbye.
Yeah. See ya. AEW's on. No, of course not.
Well, how about we like read to top of the hour and then we can like
Wrap up after
wrap
that.
up after that.
I mean, you guys are free to have an after party if you want to. I'm not offended. I'd watch wrestling. I'm gonna say real quick. So we have Washington ? Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Missy Elliott, and Dr. Dre. Okay, so you don't know any of those?
I know
Well,
2,
I was gonna say, come
Oh
on.
no.
but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right.
I don't know who Kendrick. Well, I know. I've heard of. I don't know anything, but I mean, I've heard of Snoop Dogg and Eminem and Dr. Dre. I think, but the other 2, I have no clue.
No Missy Elliott. Okay, that's fine.
If
Sure.
I listen to music, it's like old country. So
Okay, that's fair. That's why I asked. I asked you wouldn't know everybody. I was just curious. Unfortunately, I've never liked Valentine's Day. My ex-husband hardly ever got me anything for it. It's just a day. Just a day. Buffalo Bills, 4 Super Bowls in a row, lost all 4. Regardless, they were fun years, had season tickets back then. It was 4 Super Bowls
okay.
were during my 4 high school years. Very nice.
one of the guys that goes to Denny's with us and stuff, he's a Detroit Lions fan. He goes, I keep rooting. That's about all he can do. Because they're never going to make it anywhere.
Lee is low-key judging you, Storm. No, I'm absolutely not. Well, in fairness, I know of Kendrick Lamar. I don't know any songs by him. Everybody else I do know, yeah. I just thought she might know Missy Elliott because Missy Elliott's been around for a while, so I thought she might know who that was.
Okay, see, you even know more than me because Kendrick, to me, I thought it was a girl or something. I didn't know it was a guy. So. Just because the name, I don't know.
Kendrick, yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, that was it. All right, you guys ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go to the top of the hour and happy reading.
Happy reading.
Hello, hello. How did your reading go?
Yeah, good. 63% into premeditated peppermint, and it's getting even more exciting if you can believe it. So.
Nice.
It was good. I got to page 83. I'm on chapter 11, or now I think chapter, yeah. And I listened to a little bit of Witches Get Stitches, which is my paranormal mystery for Mr. Francis.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. I didn't get any reading done because that girl that I used to work with called me. So we were chatting. I'm like, all right.
You disappeared and left me all alone.
And I'm like, all right, I got a live show. I've got to get back to her. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, I got to go. Nita did say goodbye. She didn't get much sleep. So she thanked us for the laughs. And Tiffany said Sharon should be interested in what you think. She didn't. That was the one she did end up DNFing.
Yeah.
Susan, I'm a bit late with this, but my favorite book so far this year has been Midnight Snacks or Murder by Libby Klein and Engaged in Death by Stephanie Blackmore. They are my only 5 stars. Nice. Cornflower, yes. Arc is a thriller. It's book number 1 in the Tyler Locke series. I've read 1 and 2 so far and really like both. Oh,
yeah, I looked it up. It looks interesting.
I'm going to have to take a look myself.
It's like got archaeology type stuff. So
okay. Maybe it was a little bit better than that other one that I read.
Says the greatest archaeological discovery in history could mean the end of mankind.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look. Yeah, Cozy didn't read. She just made sandwiches for dinner and ate.
Nice.
Still productive.
Yeah.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
And Hannah read 55 pages, only 20 minutes left in my book. You easily got that.
Yeah.
6 minutes left. I would be finishing up my 6 minutes right now. That's that's definitely time for it. I'm working on paranormal cozy up prompt on audiobook and the food on the cover ebook.
Ooh, nice, Cozy.
People are getting a lot done. Having so much fun with your readathon, Mr. Francie. Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. Sharon said, I like Carrie Doyle's other cozy series, so I was excited to see when this one came out. I'm only 20 pages in, but it's a millennial, and I'm not a fan of that subgenre. I might be a DNF for me too. Okay. So.
I am rearranging my list, what I was going to use for Mr. Francis, because now that I don't have to read Deadly Inside Scoop if I don't want to. Because I have the skull on the other book or whatever.
Nice.
I can that one was going to be for the new to me author, like somebody I hadn't read before.
Yeah.
But I do have the audiobook of Murder is Binding. And I've been holding off on it because it didn't fit anything. But now I can put it in there because I haven't read that author before.
There you go.
I'm like, I have to move things around.
I'm going to be reading that very soon in 2 books' time. So, yeah.
Nice. Cozy said, Hannah, 55 pages, stop showing off. I need your superpower. Yeah, for real. Yes, Jessica finished her manga. Congrats. Yay. Very good. And yeah, Tiffany DNF'd. It Takes Two to Mango too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know she was bummed about that because that was like one of her favorite. Like she was anticipating liking that one.
Yep. Amel did 16 pages. Very nice. Everybody's very productive today. I like it. Sherry, I've got to come up with murder in the title since I DNF'd my original choice.
I think she DNF'd. Her choice was probably the same one that was my choice, I think, maybe, because I know she DNF'd the Murder at an Irish Wedding.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that was both of ours, what we were going to use for the wedding prompt. And I understand totally like why she DNF'd it, because I didn't like it that well either.
No, yeah, you were saying that. It was just not for you. Not of interest.
I have thoughts that I will talk about tomorrow.
Okay. Relax.
There are so many cozies with murder in the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you could definitely find something else easily.
Mm.
It's just funny though. It's like when you need a book with murder in the title, it's not the
Mhm.
next book in the series
find
that you're reading.
Of course. Or there's
Mhm.
none that interest you, are
Yeah.
on your radar, you can't find them, of course. As soon
Yeah.
as the next
Yep.
prompt comes up, they're all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always happens. Always. And then Hannah was just showing off her superhero self.
Well, it's like, with that ABC like challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like I've read very many cozies, but that's not really true. It's just like I've had 3 that started with M. So I've already got an M. It's like, and I've had like 2 that starts with D or something, and I've already got. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Give me a different letter.
Exactly. I had 3 in a row that started with D, so I hear you, Stormy. It's like I just want to add to the alphabet, but
You do. Yeah, and you're like not trying to seek them out specifically just yet. So
yeah, I'm just letting them, let it happen. But it's just funny because you don't realize how many books you read that have the same letter until you're actually trying to put them on an alphabet. It's like, darn it. It's like even the non-cozy. Like I've had like 3 or 4 books that started with a C. It's like, really?
oh, here we go. Who said yes? Did everyone finish their wedding theme book? Discussing it tomorrow at 12 Eastern.
Excellent. Yeah.
I did finish mine, but it really turned out to not be as wedding themed as I thought. So,
but did it have any kind of wedding talk in it?
It actually kind of had like the opposite. It had like more like not talking about the wedding in it. So
that's weird.
It seemed very by the blurb that like, yes, it was going to be planning a honeymoon, but yeah, spoiler alert, it wasn't. So, but I read the book, so I mean,
there you
go. Hannah, I did finish mine, but I'm working during the live. Pesky work.
Oh, that pesky work, yes.
Always getting in the way. I haven't made any progress this month with my ABC challenge. All repeat letters this month.
I've only had one, and it was a good one because I had years, so I got that one out of the way.
Oh, nice.
One of the hard letters, so I was like, yay.
Nice. Mel said I finished my wedding theme book. I'll be at the chat for it tomorrow, but I'll be multitasking, getting ready for company. Nothing wrong with that. Multitasking is
my
good.
Witches Get Stitches will be one that I can put on my alphabet because I have a W.
And Jessica's going to start her wedding themed one tonight because she's, going to get plenty of time in before
she procrastinates that way.
You got it, Jessica.
Yeah, I'm confident you can get it done. Susan, yes, I have my wedding theme book read. And yeah, that's okay. Yeah, get it done. I feel like as long as you're just like happy with what you're reading and you're getting through it, that's okay. Yeah, I was a little disappointed mine didn't go the way I thought, but I'm like,
yeah.
And Tiffany, good night to everybody because she's falling asleep. Have a great night. You too, Tiffany. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, pumpkin time. See you tomorrow.
And sometimes whenever you read the blurb, they're so misleading, and it's like, I thought it was going to be a wedding, and then it's not a wedding, and it's like.
I mean, I feel like that's it. They kind of like led me to believe something was going to happen, and then it's just like, yeah, no, not really.
And I think sometimes that affects my like overall enjoyment of a book. If I think it's supposed to be one thing and it's something else.
Absolutely.
You had that problem earlier, like last year, wasn't it? With the bride book, little French bridal shop or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, the little
He's like, don't bring this book up again. No.
The little French bridal shop. Oh my gosh, yes. It said it was something completely different. Yes, Stormy, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And it does, it affects everything because you're thinking it's going to be this and then it's that. And it's like, no, that's not what I want it to be.
Exactly.
Cozy said it's okay. Even the hint of a wedding is okay. And let's be honest, most of the time the person getting married gets killed before the wedding, like mine. Yeah, that's
Mine had a very interesting wedding. I will give it that. I can't even say like what I'd want to say because it's like spoilers, but yeah. But the best man is the one that died in that one. But
okay.
It had a interesting with like who the killer was at the end.
Hannah goes, LOL, in your book or in real life. So when I first read Cozy's comment, I thought she meant that too, like that she was about to get married previously and her husband her potential husband got murdered. Not Joe, but somehow a husband she had before that, or she was going to marry before that. Just the way I read that comment too. She's like, before the wedding, like mine. I was like, oh. She goes in the book. Sarah Cozy, you're living out your real life Cozy mysteries over here, you know?
Yes.
It's funny. Anyway, so I'm going to start to wrap it up because I still want to have my soup before wrestling. And
I have to go downstairs and breathe life into the fire because Dad was not doing a very good job. He's like, I can't get it to work.
It's like my arm. I can't do it.
He's horrible with fires. I'll get one going and he'll go and put a giant piece of wood on it. And I'm like, it wasn't ready for that. Now you just snuffed it out. Now I got to try to do it again.
So I have to do it over.
I need to catch up on all those booktube videos.
There you go. And Mel said The Secret Life of Cozy Row.
Yes.
There you go. So I know tomorrow we have Killing Time with Cozies at 12 Eastern Time. And we're going to be discussing our wedding themed books. And then I'm not sure what time is yours, Mr. Francie.
6 p.m. Eastern, Golden Girls time.
Golden Girls time, 6 p.m. tomorrow as well. So you get morning and then you can get the evening.
Yeah.
Yay,
and you guys have anything coming up that you guys want to talk about? I know we just talked about this yesterday, but for some people that might not have been watching, you guys have anything? I know you just did your March Mystery Madness announcement.
I mean, the only thing I think I have that's coming out next will probably be like the vlog thing that I'm working on this week. Okay. Hopefully it comes out okay. In the end, I haven't edited any of it yet, so.
Okay. And I see Mr. Francie. The last thing I see was this or that book tag that just came out.
Yeah, that one just came out, so which is good. And I've got my Celebrating Booktubers video number 2 coming out in the next couple of days. Oh, and then, and then my week 2 reading vlog for Cozy It Up with Mr. Francie. So, yeah.
And I just had my Tucson vlog that came out. And I think the next video I have coming out are something new for me is some March anticipated reads. Which I've never done anticipated reads, but there were a few that were coming out next month. I was surprised. So, and I just realized 2 of them aren't even on my TBR for March. So I'm really gonna have to go back and redo my March.
Yeah, yes, you are.
I'm all over the place with this right now. All over the place. Mr. Francie, I may be able to join you during your sprint chat tomorrow, but if I do, it will be late after my guests leave.
Yeah, no problems at all. It'll be good to have you there, Melmac.
Cozy sprints on the Discord. I need to finish my book. So does Mel.
After party
in the Discord. There you go. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and for you guys coming on to host with me. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a good night or morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.